Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show. I am your host, Christine Innes, and I'm super excited because this delightful woman is coming back. Izdihar, she is amazing. We've literally just had a pre-chat and we've had to stop ourselves from talking because we could talk all day. Thank you so much for coming back, lovely. I'm so excited.
Thank you, Christine. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you guys are amazing and may peace be upon you. I hope everybody's keeping safe. We're in the middle of the outbreak here where I am in California. The school is closing down. The government is saying, and the governor is saying that school might be closed till summer. I'm like, okay, then, So socially distancing. Hope everybody's keeping safe. But
Yes.
Definitely, Christine, you and I, we can chat the whole day. I guess we had, Christine, let's just do the interview now. And then we chat after this. Because by the end, an hour passed, we haven't been doing the interview.
I know.
So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. Look, I'm really excited because we chatted last year and I think it's really exciting to get you back on because I think for people watching that this is really exciting because to see how rapidly someone's business can change, and especially being an entrepreneur. And, I was saying today earlier in another interview that we are so blessed because we have got access, to the internet, all of this technology, and how we can really use that to propel our business. And, you've done it so well. I mean, you've had a book now that's been launched and, really expanding your business. So I really want to talk about the expansion, but also I think what's key is the mindset that's behind it, because I think that really plays such a key point to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think Christine and I, we talked in July, August last year, which is what's last year? 2019. So 2019, so it's been 8 months now. And like Christine said, I literally take it on a rapid growth and expansion. In terms of the client base, in terms of the products and services, just going out there. I think that's one of the things that in my mind, it is done. I have a vision. I have a vision of this, and this. Rather than, I'm not sure, which I have. I don't think so. But then one thing, once you have that vision, the right people comes to your life that's going to help you to make things happen. And I'm the type that, I'm just going to do it then. Basically being unstoppable because things are going to happen, things are going to show up, all these challenges in here. I'm it is done. It is done. It is done. It's just going to be done. It's done. So and working through that of making things happen. Because a lot of people, they let fear consume them. I have fear too, because what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I disappoint? What if it's not going to happen? What if this and this and that? But I feel that, okay, what have I got to lose, right? The worst that could happen, that probably going to return people's money back. That's the worst that could happen, kind of thing. And just say, I'm sorry, I messed up, right? Kind of thing, raise my hands up. But thank God, it's just gone boom. Because that's the key. I feel that my mindset is just it is done. And it is done.
And I think that's really key because I have, honestly, when I've gone on my journey, obviously I've learned quite a lot about the law of attraction. And part of the law of attraction is about actually saying it is done, and you're actually seeing it already completed. So you shift yourself into that sort of future version of yourself, and you start acting, you start having different beliefs, but you start making decisions based on that because it is already done. It's it's already happened, and this is the person that I need to be and embody. And I feel you're a really great example of that because we all have fears. We all have fears and insecurities come into my mind all the time, but it's then in changing that and using it and embodying that to actually be that person. Well, okay, if that comes in, how am I going to react differently to it? How am I actually going to make decisions that are different? Do you find is that how you've done it as well?
Yeah, kind of like similar. Look, like I've got multiple rejections, okay? Like it's not always unicorns and roses. It never is unicorns and roses. Like, like in my book, Yes, I Can, which hit the #1 bestseller in multiple countries. I think like Christine, you can I'll share the link after this. I'll send it over to you. Like I shared about how I was rejected for 6 years for my PhD. Okay, how dumb can I be, Christine? Like if you're rejected once or twice, you'll be like, okay, then it's not. And everybody goes through that. But for 6 years, again and again and again and again and again, what is there left of you? Like what is there left of you? But because in my mind, my vision in my mind is that paper, that piece of work for my PhD is going to be accepted, and I'm going to be speaking on stage. Like that's in my mind. So like I did what I had to do. Basically, when they said no, I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm just going to tweak it and make it better and better and better. That's what I feel. Rejection is just a correction towards your destined success. So I take it in my mind as a correction. I'm just going to tweak it and tweak it and tweak it so that it gets better and better and better and better until that one day, Christine, that professor from Harvard, Stanford University, and he's got like white hair like Einstein kind of person. Like he was the one, who was like in the committee, right? So one day he's like, oh, yes. It was an easy yes. There's no way they're not going to say no anymore because it's bulletproof. So it was an easy yes. And sure enough, I was invited to speak on stage and kind of share the vision because in my mind, it is done. I had that vision so vivid, so real, as if I'm already there. I think that is like what you're saying. I had to step into the future. Like I'm already there in the future, even though it hasn't happened yet. And I'm still like, it was a no, 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 right? Well, everybody can just read the book. I think it'd be of value to know what I went through. And that's like what I took to build in my business. People say no to me all the time. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem then. How I'm going to make it better? How can I tweak my offer? And of course, in business, I learned that I had to have like a really, really strong follow-up system because at one point, only 3% is ready to buy and 97% isn't. So if you don't have, as an entrepreneur, don't have a really strong follow-up system, you're screwed because you're losing 97% of the sales. So that's kind of the things that I've learned, like, to rapidly build my business, to put this like, the sales system, the client attraction, the conversion, plus the follow-up system. And, kind of like going from there. That's why I feel one of the things I was able to grow rapidly because I understand these fundamentals in business.
And I think you've made such a really great point is that like when you go into business and especially being an entrepreneur and it's all about yourself, that fear of rejection sets in big time. And we're like going, oh, I don't want to put myself out there. But I love it how you said that the no's are all those lessons and it makes you go, okay, well, what can I learn from that? And
exactly. There's no attachment.
No.
The pain and drama comes when you have attachments to it.
Yes. And it's sort of like, I got taught this, I went to an event one time and they basically said, look at what's coming at you and whether or not that is, feedback or, something like that. And just going, is this serving me a purpose? And the purpose could be, like you said, I need to tweak my offer. I need to actually give more value, or it could simply be, it's not the right fit for that person. And then you can decide whether or not to let it go, because there are some feedbacks that is not going to serve you a purpose. It's not actually going to be of beneficial, anything beneficial to yourself. But if you can take that on board and allow that to learn from it and to grow from it, that is where the magic really happens.
Absolutely. And kind of take the attachment out to it, because that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned, to take because usually when I get rejected, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I'm not good enough. I'm a loser and all that, right, going on. So it wasn't serving me because I can't help people. when I'm being a drama queen, if you want to call it. So I can be of service to people. So even though that was happening, I'm like, okay, then this is what I need to do. Like I have mindset strategies that I use. It's strategies, like not information, but strategies that I can use within minutes to shift me. Because sometimes, like, things happen. Oh my God, I've got to go on a call. I've got to go on an interview, whatever it is. So I've got like within minutes to kind of do it, transform myself. I'm in. I'm stepping into the zone, just like Michael Jordan, right? When he plays basketball, like he plays basketball and you've got like thousands of lights flashing. He doesn't care because he's in the zone. All he has to do is just get the ball from his hand to the hoops. That's it. That's all he cares about. So the same in business, like I've got my eye on the ball. Like that's the important thing. No matter what happens, I'm able to follow a process and attach myself and get results. Because I've got a family to take care of. You've seen my little munchkins earlier. Like my husband, thank God, he's doing the dishes, bless him, right? So I get to talk with you. So like the pain and suffering always come from stories and attachments. So when you're able to detach yourself and just follow the process, it's just done. It gets easier and easier and easier. And I think one of the things that I was able to rapidly grow is that I'm like my products and services grow based on my clients. So like I take my clients on a journey. So like my client starts from here, like, well, for example, client conversion system, they're going to attract more clients, like convert more clients and make money. And then the next thing, they want to be like an authority, an expert in the field. Okay, awesome. Then let's be a best-selling author because that's the credibility there. Oh, now they want to be in the media. Now they want to be in, like the next stage, high-ticket clients. So that's how I was able to rapidly grow because I take my clients on a journey. I understand what they want. And that's the key in any business, right? Like in my book, 13 Key Strategies, like I wrote one of the key strategies in business is that it's all about the market. You can only sell what the market wants. And using your words, when you have a good fit, it's a perfect fit, it's magic. It's a yes.
Absolutely. And it's so crucial too. And I think also is that what we also need to understand is that the market changes so rapidly. So when you go back and, you're using those stories to sort of help propel you, but also what you said before is that you're really listening to your clients. And because you're doing that, you then can adapt to the ever-changing market. And I feel that is really one of the other key things. Like you need to know who you are, first of all, as an entrepreneur, so that you can sell yourself and, be very authentic. But you also need to listen. And when you listen, that's when you can grow, but you also have to be flexible and actually adapt as well.
Absolutely. Because like I take myself out of the equation. Like what does my client want? What do they need to help them be better and successful and making more money? And then I just figure out, okay, they want this, right? And then I'll just figure out how to get there or how to help them there. Some of the things I'm like, okay, I don't even know how to do it, right? Like I don't even know because I've never done it before. I'm like, it's going to happen. I'm going to make it work. Like there's a solution to it. Like my mind is on the solution. How can I make it work? What are the things I need to put in place? And I'm the type like, okay, what's the fastest way and most simplest way that I can make things happen? Like as moms, we've got a million jobs to do, like you're still going to have like your grandkid and then you're going to be like, you've got to have a baby, cuddle and everything. But my mind, what is the fastest and simplest way that I'm going to get results? Because my client doesn't have 12 months to wait. For example, my best-selling book program, I take them within 90 days or less to be a best-selling author. It is done. 90 days. People sometimes takes like 6, 7, 8 years. I'm like, right, 90 days, it's done. You just have to write one chapter and you're good. I'll take care of the rest. And that's it, kind of thing. So I think those are like the key thing, isn't it? Like people, they always want to be stuck at this place. Oh, this is me. I can do this. I'm great at this. Awesome. You're great at this. But who cares about you? Because your client needs you to be this. So now you got to transform yourself and grow yourself, because otherwise your client is going to go to someone else that can help them.
Yeah. And I really do find that, like, you know, we're both coaches, and I'm ever evolving. I'm ever learning and growing as well, because as my clients grow, I need to also be a couple of steps ahead as well. And
Exactly.
that comes from learning. And I really feel like when you're an entrepreneur, regardless of what business that you're in, is that you always need to really constantly grow yourself. And you know, I find mindset, I love law of attraction. You know, I'm right into my spiritual development as well. So I've got multiple different ways, like different facets that I'm actually learning about and growing. And you see the impact that that makes then on your clients, because they're growing even more rapidly as what you are.
Absolutely. And I think it's also important that because they're growing, everybody's growing, it's important to keep yourself grounded too. Like, you know, like for me, it's prayers, right? Prayers. Like for me, like I pray 5 times a day because that is my duty, my obligation. Meditation, breathing, whatever it is that works for you. Grounding work, walk on the grass. I think it's really important. That's something that I do every single day. Because otherwise, if you haven't got anything that's grounding you, and you're growing so fast and going so hard, you're going to crash really, really fast. So it's important like to ground yourself, whatever methods works for you, journaling, meditation, prayers, like whatever method works for you. But for me, that's important. That's something that I do. And like most people that set their goals on 1st of January every year, I set my intention and goals every single day. Like that's how, because I understand like the law of attraction. Because like imagine someone writing their goal every single day compared to someone who writes their goal once a year, like which is more likely to make things to materialize, isn't it, or to manifest, to want to call it.
Yeah, I love that so much, because that's actually one of the biggest things that I learned, is that I don't actually set New Year's resolutions, because of the fact that I have these sort of like 7 fundamentals, and I check on every single day. So I check in on my health, I check on my finances, I check on my relationships, I check on my business, and I do that check-in every single day. And that then allows me to, you know, also reflect on where I was even yesterday, because we want to grow. It's good to be able to see where we've come from and go, oh wow, look at that. You know, like I know that, you know, even 6 months ago, I'm not the same person. And when I say not the same, because I have continued to evolve and I've learnt more things. And that has happened, you know, with those practices that you've just talked about, with my meditation. It's also with my journaling, you know, and it's really getting in touch back with myself. And I feel that, you know, with entrepreneurs, and we, you know, we constantly want to go, and you're like, burnout can happen very, very quickly. So I think that's a really critical, you know, thing. If anyone can take away from that today, is just to remember to ground yourself, and to, you know, just come back to, you know, these practices that you can implement every single day, because it really helps you center, realign, get refocused as well.
Exactly. And like celebrate, like little things, even just little things. Go and have a chocolate, go and have an ice cream, or go and walk out in the park for 5 minutes, you know. It doesn't have to be anything majestic, you know, like you're going to go to a Gordon Ramsay 5-star restaurant or anything, but something simple. Whenever you hit something, like go and celebrate. You know, like people always say, oh, until I'm here, then I can rest or celebrate. But how are you going to get to there? But even when you can't even celebrate the little things, like in life, right? And the also key thing is to have an amazing support system around you. Like I talk to my best friend almost every week. Like every Tuesday, we would have a chat. Me and my best friend, we would life coach each other. Like, you know, because like we're life coaching, then we catch up with, you know, our family and friends, and then we will life coach each other. Because then it's just an energy release, isn't it? Because if you've got something cluttering you, like you're kind of like keeping it and keeping in and keeping in, you're going to be sick. So like my best friend and I, we always created space for us to have a chat, to let go, to do the clearing, to do the creation, to do the attraction, whatever. Like, you know, we're like super productive kind of the chat, plus the family bits and, you know, all the stuff. I think it's important. And I know not everybody is blessed to have that or blessed to have a supportive partner. Like, not everybody is blessed to have that, but you always have a choice. You always have a choice, because otherwise you're gonna be sucked into victim mode, and you're gonna be like someone's gonna like a vampire gonna drain your energy, and you're like flat out. So always have a choice that the people around you is super, super important. Like for me, yes, I have quite a few friends on Facebook, but the people that matters to me, there's only a few. Like the one that I talk to every day, the one that I would go move mountains for, or the one that I would cook for. Obviously, I can't have people over now, but the people that would cook, like I would cook over, or they would invite me over, there's only a few. So, and those are the people that gonna kick your bum when you need to, gonna be truthful to you, not just pleasing you, but it's gonna be there through to the hardship and to the goodness. Like they're gonna ride the limousine with you, they're gonna ride the bus with you. Like it doesn't matter. They're gonna ride it with you, whether it's the bus or the Ferrari or the Porsche, whatever it is, right? So that's kind of like key. I know not everybody has that, but you can always choose and create it. That's important. Creation, isn't it, Christine? That's kind of like the gist of law of attraction, is the creation bit. And you always have the power to create your life.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I love what you said, obviously, finding your tribe is so critical. And, I do say, look, there's multiple ways that you can find your tribe. And I know, with all the stuff that's happening at the moment, going to events or whatever, but there's so many Facebook communities out there that you can find your tribe. Now I'm going to plug, you can come and join the Corporate Escapists Facebook group, so you can come in and find your tribe there. But, finding that person that you can connect with, and I think that is so important as well, because I've got my best friend, and we will chat and we will digress, and it's not always about business, it's just about life stuff. And once you do release it, you let go of so much energy, and it allows you to open up to receive more. And I think that's I always say to people, have a pity party. If you don't have anyone around you, have a pity party. Set a time that maybe it's for a movie length, have your chocolate and all that, let it out. And then once it's done, move on, because you've let it go. But, we have to also be cautious that, and remind ourselves that we are human beings, and we will go on a roller coaster of emotions, and it's okay
and
to
it's okay,
feel it.
exactly. And it's great, it's part of it. It's okay to, like, who's that singer? Jessie J, like the one with Channing Tatum now. Like it's okay to be, it's okay to be not to be okay. Something like that, right? According to her. Like it's okay not to be okay. It's something, and it literally is. Now the key here is that you gotta be able to pick yourself up. Because otherwise you're going to go into depression. And no, like you allow yourself that space, but then stand in your power. Because you're amazing, you're powerful, you're one of the best creation, right? So stand in your power, like like just like freaking just do it, like get up, make things happen. Because the only one that can change things is you. For things to change, I must change first. It's one of the best universal laws. For things to change, I must change first. Not my neighbor, not my mom, not my boyfriend, not my husband, not my grandma, not my cat, nobody. It's just you. You've got to change first. And that is really, really important, because people expecting other people to help them, which is okay. But the one that's going to stand in your power and make things happen is you. Even if you have a coach, right? So even if your coach isn't going to be the one doing the posting or the Facebook Live or doing the work that you needs to be doing, or sales call, your coach isn't going to be doing that. You're the one going to be doing that. And it's one of the things I've learned is that for any, if you want to like hire a coach, invest in a coach, like look for someone higher than you. Because if you look for someone that is to the right, to the left, or bottom, you're not going to grow fast. That's one of the things where I'm able to go really fast, because I invested like crazy amount of money with someone who's like multi-millionaire to help me and in alignment with me. That's why I'm able to go really fast. And, going through that faster than, it's rapid. Like, it's rapid. Like, within, 6 to 8 months, like, different kind of me here. Like, when I spoke to Christine in July, August last year, and me now is completely different.
Yeah. And I think it's really important, like what you said, like you can have, honestly, if somebody had you or I as a coach, but if they're not going to do the work, they're not going to succeed, because I can only kick your butt so much, basically, but you're the one who has to do the work. You have to actually apply the practices, dig deep, and all that sort of stuff, because we can get given things handed to us on a silver platter. But the thing is that if you're not going to do the work, if you're not going to plant those seeds and allow them to germinate and all that sort of stuff and grow, then you're not going to have the success. You're not going to have the rapid changes or the transformation that you've set out to have.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest challenges I hear when I go on sales call is that, oh, is it really going to work? Is the system this? Is it that? Is it, how long is it going to take? What kind of result? Like, what I hear is like, do you believe in yourself? Like, do you truly, truly, truly believe in yourself? Because I'm not going to do the work for you. There's no magic pill. But do you truly believe it? It's just insecure. If you peel out the layers, it's insecurity coming up through. It never is about the system so much, but it's about your commitment. Even if you have like kind of like the worst system ever, but you show up every single day, tweaking and learning, making things better, you're most definitely going to get results. That's one of the kind of like the little secrets. Is every day, not just whenever I feel like it. Like, we all have our fantastic days, our bad days, our PMS days, duvet days. Like, we all have that. But the key is every day. Like my coach told me, Izzy, you want to be successful, you have to do the work every day. And I'm like, Brian, I don't want to work weekends. It's my time with the family. Izzy, every day. I don't want to work Sunday then, because I want to do the with family every day. And literally that has one of the things that kind of like shifted for me, because like I don't do like the full amount of work on the weekends because I still want to hang out with the family, but at least an action that's going to plant the seed and kick things off for me. Because one of the feedback I get from people is like, oh my God, you're everywhere. You're at the top of my news feed most of the time. I'm like, yes, because when people see me, I want them to know I'm the queen of sales, right? So the queen of sales has to be like everywhere. So that when people think and breathe, and it's like, oh my, it's her again. Oh my God, it's her again. It's her again. It's her again. That's how like the law of attraction kind of work, isn't it? Like the subconscious. There you go. So every day, people, every
day. And I love that, because you have to take action. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned, is that every day I have to take action. Now, if I want to be the best in my field, and I want to be known that if you want to escape corporate life, you need to work with Christine. Like, that's what you need to do. But for not just the business stuff that I have to take action, it's also my personal stuff that I need to take action. So I totally agree with you. And I don't want people to feel like so overwhelmed that, oh my God, she works 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's because you've got those systems in place, you've got the processes and you've learnt those, but you are taking a form of action every single day to get yourself there. And that it could be, doing your prayers, like you said, every single day. It's practicing your gratitude every day. It's doing your mindset work every day. It's consistency actually pays off in the end.
Absolutely. Like, because people think I work it, they're like, no way I'm going to work. Like, I literally work maybe from 9:30 to maybe 12, 1 o'clock, because then it's the kids' time, right? All the school run and everything. So I actually work less. That one of my commitment to myself this year is that, like, I'm going to pull back my hours. I'm literally pulling back my hours. And what is the result that I want to get this result, like double what I got last year. So I have to work smarter, don't I? Like, I don't want to be on 10 sales calls every day. It drives me insane. Like, even though I love sales, but how can I work smarter and faster and automation and all that? So it just kicks my brain in a different direction. Like, look, you don't have to do 10 things a day. You never want to do 10 things every day. At least one thing. But you do it. The key here is doing that thing, like whatever it is, every single day, so that you're moving in momentum. It's the laws of physics, isn't it?
Yes.
Once you take the step every day, you get the momentum. And soon it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, it's like breathing and eating. And you're like, oh, it becomes easy, it flows. But you have to train that muscle. Like if you want to run a marathon, 25 miles, nobody's going to be so stupid and run 25 miles straight, right? You'll be dead and have to be resuscitated. Like, hopefully there's a hot paramedics there, right? But, if not, like I don't think my husband is there, but you start with a mile practicing. Yeah. And then you add the other mile, and then you add the other mile, and then you add the other mile. So, and then your body gets used to it. Oh, this is easy. I can do it. Oh, this is easy. I can stretch it out. So it's like kind of like the same mindset, the same mentality that you apply in sports, but in business.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that makes sense to
everybody. No, look, it makes perfect sense, because one of my biggest mottos that I have, and I created this, it says dreams plus actions equal reality, because it's okay to dream. It's okay to have all these beautiful ideas that you want, but if you don't put the action in it, it is never going to become reality. And so many people think, oh yeah, I've dreamt it, the law of attraction is going to happen. No, because energy in motion, and that's the key there that people need to remember, that it's you actually doing the actions is actually then reinforcing out to the universe that you are ready, that you are actually doing what it takes for this to happen, and you're ready to receive it. So I love everything, and especially I love the hot paramedics, like seriously, like
yeah, like look, the other line, I was talking to my clients the other day, and she gives public speaking, right, to she's a sleep nutritionist. She's an Australian too. She's a sleep nutritionist. So basically for shift workers, obviously firefighters and paramedics, they're shift workers on there, and their sleep pattern is a little bit scattered. So I'm saying, I think you should go to the firefighters, right, and just do this training on them, because like they're really hot, like my husband's here, but they're really hot, and so I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, and then like the next morning or the next day, I was having a call, and then my daughter came by and said, Mommy, there's someone at the door. So I'm like, okay, there's someone at the door. And then so I'm like, open. I was like, hello, And then there was the 6 firefighters, paramedics at my doorstep. And they're like, did you call 911? I'm like, no. Like, I was just like happy, like me, I'm always smiling. They're like, and then they check the address. I'm like, oh, it's actually my neighbors, which is, in that direction kind of thing. And then they're just looking at me, Christine, like this person, because whenever paramedics or firefighter comes, it's always a stressful situation. Someone's about to die, someone is about, like there I am smiling, hello, kind of thing. And then my friend was saying that, oh, you probably made the day because people are always crying, people are always in death, life and death situation. So, and then they just end up smiling at me. So there you go, like manifestation, isn't it? Like words create world. So absolutely. Like I wish I could keep that, but I don't think my husband would be happy with me. So I just had to point him in the right direction of my neighbor, like 6, like I'm like, there you go, words create world, people, words create world. So be very wise in the words that you choose. So that's why if you keep on saying you're a money magnet or you're powerful creator, it's going to start to shift things to the cellular level compared to I'm this, I'm a loser, I'm this, I'm this, and this. So you might as well say, if you're going to say something that's going to help you and empower you. I'm a money magnet. I'm a powerful creator. I'm an irresistible sales queen. Money flows to me, like I'm the master of my universe. Whatever it is that you want to say, you might as well say something that's going to help you. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like how words create world, manifestation coming into life.
Absolutely. And then you end up with hot paramedics at your door. Like, seriously, people, like, honestly, this is why I love chatting to you, because we can just like cover so much, but it's just beautiful. As we wrap up, because as I said, like at the start to everybody, we literally could speak for ages, but I know that I'm cautious of your time as well. What would you say would be in the biggest lesson that you've learned sort of in the last 6 months of your business expanding?
I would say like 3 things, Dan. Like, the first thing is be unstoppable. Like, no matter what happens, you've got this. It is done. You just have to keep on tweaking things to make it better and better and better and better. And that's it. And then the second thing I would say is that, like, invest in a coach, like someone higher than you. Like, that person has to be your vision of where you want your life to be. Like, for me, I probably wouldn't invest in like Grant Cardone's sales program, because he's a guy. Like, he doesn't understand like my needs as a woman, on, you know, like I have to take care of the kids and everything. But you know, I go for someone who has the vision that I want to be. So, and obviously someone who's made like the money that I want to make. So I would say, like, it just scares me, you know, oh my God, so much money. Am I gonna make it work? What if I don't make the money back? I'm gonna lose. But then my coach was like, it's good that you're scared. It's good that you're scared. I'm like, what do you mean it's good that I'm scared? It's good because it means you're growing. And challenge myself. I always challenge myself, stepping into the bigger me. Like, it used to freak me out to go on interviews like this. But it just scares me because I feel like I haven't got anything to give. But now I'm like, oh, let's do it then, because you know, it's just making a difference. So that's, and then the third, so 1 is to be unstoppable, and 2 is to have an amazing network around you, someone who's always higher than you, that's gonna like able to lift you up, not pull you down, but lift you up, because there's a lot of people who's gonna pull you down, isn't it? Because it's social media. So someone's gonna lift you up. And I think the third thing is, like, always trust and always ask what you want from God or the creator or the universe, whatever entity that you believe in. Well, I believe in God. So I always say my prayers every day, because I feel that when God is with me, anything is possible. Like, I'm not dependent on that. Like it doesn't worry me, you know, because I know, like, the more goodness that I give out there, the more it's going to come back to me. So yeah, so say your prayers.
I love it.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much. Like, as I said, I absolutely love chatting to you, and your energy is just so contagious. And I love seeing your growth. And I'm going to have to come over to the US, because I have seen your meals on Facebook, and I'm like going, I so want to be there.
Most welcome, most welcome. It's one of the things, isn't it? Like, I couldn't cook before, but then it's the everyday practicing. Like, it would take me 3-4 hours just to prepare one meal when I first got married. But it's just the practicing and like the practicing. Like, I don't enjoy cooking so much, but I do it because I love my family. And my kids say I'm the best cook ever. Obviously, they're biased on there, because otherwise mommy's not going to cook for them. But I think, like, if you do it because of love, you would feel it. Even if, like, my mom, like, when my mom just cooks something simple, like noodle or something, right? Nothing fancy, nothing traditional, like super traditional, but just like eggs, it still tastes good, because you can feel the love that she would put in. So I think that's important too, isn't it? Like, having the love, having a bit of kindness, showing a bit of gratitude, compassion. Sometimes we always forget, like, we in business, people always want to think they were going to be ruthless. I'm just going to be ruthless about this. But I forgot, like, the other side of ruthless is compassion, kindness, grace, love. So I guess that's going to help people to be inspired to rapidly grow their business and make more money, so that they can have the best possible future in their lives.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much, Lovely, for coming on and again chatting with us and sharing your wisdom. And as I said, like we could chat all day. I want to thank I want to thank everyone who has joined us for this episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show. I am going to drop all of the details how you can reach out to Izdihar. And honestly, she's an incredible sales coach. So please have a look. I'll put the links in there also about how you can buy her books as well, because they are incredible and give you so much insight for it. And so thank you again so much. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of the Corporate Escapists TV show. I am your host, Christine Innes, and remember to live each day with love and passion and to the fullest. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Take care. May peace be upon you. Thank you. Bye.